Read. Camera's going. Audio's going. 3, 2, 1. Hello. Good afternoon. It's Friday, and the cold front came in. So here in Central Texas, it's a lot cooler. Way free. Like it's more frozen outside than cool, but we'll keep it warm inside. I would like to share what I believe to be maybe another series I'm going to do on YouTube, or something I want to share is my acting career. I've always enjoyed acting. I started at a young age doing small plays, and then in high school I did theater. I did a few pieces when I was a junior and a senior. And I got joined the broadcasting classes, and I started recording more, and I started doing characters. I started having fun with it. Unfortunately, I still come from that time where it was a lot of people just didn't know what it was. Mass communications, people looked down on it, they didn't understand. I don't know. It was all, to me, they never thought that you could do something with it. Well, now I'm older now, and I've still stuck with it, and I really want to reach my true potential in anything I do. So if it's my film production, my animation, or my writing, my work, or my waiting tables, anything I do, I really want to make sure I'm doing it at my best potential that I can reach. And this past, I going back to school when I was 31 to finish up with my animation degree, with my motion graphics degree. And when I took those as I was going to the program, I had a lot of open, there's only 2 classes you take a semester in the degree plan, so I wanted to take the full load. So I started taking other classes, and one of the classes I took was a theater class, and it really started to open me up a lot more as just an individual and as just a person. Just I was getting more comfortable with it and how to use the skill. So that was 4 years ago. I've been practicing little by little. Last year, I was recording myself a lot to practice a lot of just directing and seeing how I look on camera and how I can work on it and fix it. And I noticed that I was very flat. Just kind of looked like I was just talking and not really showing anything. And I decided just to Google acting classes, and there are not a whole lot in Austin. But when I Googled acting classes, I found the Fallout Theater. I think it was just something as in classes start in 2 weeks or something. I purchased the level 1 improv class and didn't think anything of it, but I had fun with that. But they had right after it rolled into the second improv 2 class, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna stick with this. I enjoyed it. Let's see what I can do. This is something I've always wanted. I've taken acting classes before. I've done workshops, but it was always something like 4 to 6 weeks long. Nothing really continuous. It was just like a workshop. Maybe learn a few things. You didn't really practice. With the improv, you practice. You are practicing hardcore in classes. So you're it's just like sports. Even like baseball, you only get better at hitting by going up to the mountain hitting. So sorry, but something was on me. Improv is like that. You got to get on stage to get better. It's just just to learn. You got to be around the theater. And I remember listening to a Quentin Tarantino quote a long time ago, maybe 12, 15 years ago. And he said that if you want to do movies, you got to be where the movie makers are. If you want to do acting, you got to be where the actors are at. Be at the theater. And I didn't never thought about that. I was like, okay, I think that I thought, I don't know what, I just never applied myself to do it. And then as soon as I did, boom, I fell right in love with it. And one of the things I enjoyed about my level 2 professor, the way he started off was right away. He goes, well, you signed up for level 2, so that means you're serious about this. And I was like, whoa, I guess he's right. I'm looking more further into the acting process. So I really did take that serious. Okay, and because there's more levels. So I just finished level 4 last night, and this coming up Thursday, I'll be jumping into level 5, which will be the final one, the final class I have for improv at the Fallout Theater. I mean, there's also theaters. There's Cold Town Theater, and they offer classes. I think the Hideout offers classes as well. So improv classes are around Austin, and you can kind of if you want to get a practice in. They're kind of all over the place. They're kind of centrally located. Those are the only ones I know of. But I've done all my work at Fallout. But the classes, I started focusing more and more on my acting, and I started noticing that it's a lot of layers, and it's not just about a person being on screen and talking. It's a lot, speaking, with silence, showing anger, with like at a high 10, but like maybe a 10 on your face, but nowhere else you're not showing it. It's really nice and complicated the process I like to learn. But I just wanted to share with everyone. They let me record a few scenes yesterday, 2 scenes I did, and I was really, really excited, building a character on the spot and then staying in character. And it's just another level for me to be like, wow, I can see growth from when I first started till now. It's weird, if I don't see the growth, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. So when I was younger, that's why I used to, like, after 6 months or something, I'd stop. Maybe 8 months. I think the longest I was addicted to, the longest I stayed with something was 10 months, and that's when I stayed committed. But now I'm actually hitting beyond, graduating college, and then like I got to the end of that, and then getting programs and just doing small little workout, workshops here and there for film. It's really nice. It starts to, when you start to learn and you start to apply it and you start to see it, that's where the payout's at. So last night I really felt that I as an actor, I feel like I went to another level there, where I was like able to stay in character. But I've had I've been going. I'm a Comic-Con guy, so when I go to a lot of these cons, I meet the celebrities and actors, and I've been asking them a lot of advice, because I was like, well, they're in the business, and I gotta throw out a shout out to Michael Biehn from Aliens, Terminator, Kyle Reese. I met him this past, I think it was June, at the Greater Austin Comic-Con in Cedar Park, and I talked to him for like 10-15 minutes, and I was about being an actor, and he really told me, we spoke about Tombstone and his scene where what's it called, Val Kilmer's Doc Hollidays takes out Ringo, and which is played by Michael Biehn. And I'm like, man, how did he's able, you see so many, like, there's, every time he's on screen you feel his presence, you feel like, oh man, because the character Ringo is like, he's a Renaissance man in the Western time, so he's artsy, he's well educated, he's very sharp, but at the same time he's very ruthless. So it's like, it shows you two sides of the blade, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But as I was asking him, I was like, how were you able to, like, just kind of instantly get from there to there, there to there, there to there? And he told me, he goes, you probably might be getting ahead of the script of the scene. So like, as an actor, you go through your scenes, memorize your lines, so you already know what's going to happen, but the people watching the movie don't know what's going to happen, so that means the character doesn't know what's going to happen. So you got to stay in the moment. So a lot of the hard times I was having with myself as an actor was trying to stay in the moment and really, really focusing on just staying in this scene until it's ready to move on. And I do like improv. A lot of people, not a lot, what am I saying, a lot? No, I have heard some people make fun of improv, and these are like, my friends that do film, but I think this is they don't really understand it. Maybe it's the theater background they don't get, but when I see it, I'm like, man, as an actor, I think any practice is better than no practice. So if you can practice in a group or just a few people, I think just reading lines together is fun, and that helps you as a better actor. But I honestly think by me sticking with it, I'm starting to see real now, like, oh, okay, this is what I've been doing wrong. It's helping me out in my writing, because now I could actually go into character as I'm writing and be like, oh, this is the way I'm thinking. Before I was just like, this is the accents he's gonna do, this is how we're gonna see it on screen. Where now I'm more like, all right, so let's think a little bit deeper. What can this character do that they don't have to say? Where they can show the feeling in one scene and that's it, or one shot and it moves on. And I do really just enjoy every aspect of acting, and I'm just getting onto the camera right now just to kind of let everybody know. I still feel kind of happy about yesterday, because I was like, oh, I did a really good job. There's a shout out to my coach Kyle. He does a great job. He really knows how to talk to us and deliver and give us good feedback. And I just want to throw a shout out to some of my acting buddies that you're going to see in this video. You're going to see Chung Teen, Omni, and James, and they're good. They got good. They're getting a lot better too. We're growing together as a team. Unfortunately, Jessica, Ari, and Zane didn't make it, but they're a part of this. They couldn't make the final class, but they're part of my growth. I get to see them work, and they get to, it's kind of, you get to see how they handle the situation, and you adjust, and they adjust to you, and then you guys get comfortable with each other, and it just starts to work out. And the main thing we worked on yesterday was emotion. So we worked on joy, anger, arousal. What else did we use? Fear and which one? Sadness. So I used the first one. I used anger. So you'll see that in the. Well, maybe I shouldn't tell you. Maybe you can guess. Well, I already told you the first one. See if you can guess the second one. In the second scene, I shoot with James. So my first scene, I'm shooting with Omni, and second scene, I'm shooting with James. So, I think I've spoken enough. Let's get to the video.
A to B as the characters find stuff in the scene. And remember, we're going to try and find our emotions and heighten them and use them to find our characters. Cool. Sweet. Take it away.
Were you talking to me?
The pickle ticket sold out in 3 fucking seconds.
No way.
3 seconds!
Oh my god. Who's gonna get the commission?
In 3 seconds! I didn't have a chance!
Oh, so like you didn't sell them?
Of course!
That's not exciting. I thought you were gonna say you got like the 20K commission and then like we could do something together.
Oh yeah, lovely, right? Lovely. It's always about the money, but not about the pickle tickets.
Gosh, who shares bad news? Nobody. That's not a thing. Like that's not cool. People don't do that.
I am not sharing bad news. It's a fact that the pickle ticket sold out in 3 seconds.
You know what would be fun? If we found out who bought it. So that means they have money.
What was I saying? If I understand where you're coming from, and I just, how do you sell out in 3 seconds?
They're just fast. That's a good thing. It shows that they have good characteristics, and that we should be their friends.
And how about me? How about me? How do I know? 3 seconds? Come on.
It just means there's room for improvement on your end.
See.
Take it away.
I'm doing this for you.
Thanks, but they're not going to bring back Tequila Tuesdays.
Neither will crying.
Oh, well, they get rid of Tequila Tuesdays. That was my jam.
You are an infant child.
The party don't stop, man. Tequila Tuesdays, remember? Not Taco Tuesdays. Tequila Tuesdays. Hey, there's Steve. He's drinking too many tequila shots. No, he's not. He's just partying.
Hey, Steve. Steve, you have a problem? And that's annoying me. Don't.
I used to be somebody.
Yeah, and now you're a crying little baby.
I used to be somebody.
Great, be that person again. For everyone in this company, for the love of God. Hey, you know who doesn't cry? Steve Jobs, you, the creator of Apple.
Do you realize I invented Apple?
Oh my God.
Tequila Tuesday.
Oh my God! You will never shut up about that!
You know what?
People are concerned about your liver!
Yeah. If they're so concerned about my liver that they would have never closed down Tequila Tuesdays.
How the f did you get this far in life?
See?